Dylan's my boy.
I love Dylan.
No, you don't. I love Dylan, dude.
No, dude.
No, I love Dylan.
Dude, let's talk to Dylan about his fight a little bit.
Ooh. Here we go. Young D.
Guys, you know what? I will give Dylan. I'm going to give Dylan a ton of respect for stepping in there.
Yes, dude.
And fucking putting it on the line against Harrington.
Lewis, thank you for everything, though. I have to say, I knew you were gonna bring me in. I knew you were gonna shit on me, but I'm not gonna just.
No,
thank you for everything.
We're not. I decided it can't be just us
awesome.
sucking my dick and how awesome Skankfest was. We're only talking about the negative things that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You brought I'm the wrong guest for this.
Sorry,
Actually,
I came in way
I'll
positive.
step out if that's what you guys
No,
want to
dude.
do.
No. That's fine. Well, here's what I want. I want to talk about your fight and your experience fighting Harrington.
Okay.
So talk me through the emotions because it was not the result you were looking for.
No, it was
which
not.
you did post that like you were a UFC fighter. He was like, not the result we were hoping. He said we were hoping for. Like there's a we.
No, I had a team.
I don't know who the we was.
Me, Justin Silver, Tim Butterly, Corinne Fisher, Dave Temple.
These niggas never
That
trained
team.
with you. Not once.
That's my team.
I here and there, I was in training sessions with Dylan, but I was actually going to ask about how much training Dylan had with his team.
I would say Dylan has done a total of
What would you say? 20 sessions?
not even 20 sessions.
Right?
Not even close.
10. Paco's
Maybe
saying
10 sessions. And when Dylan goes, Dylan's only working maybe 15 minutes of the hour. Right? I would say
About,
there's a
yeah.
lot of downtime, a lot of like posing.
He's on the
45
speed bag,
minutes.
just like doing like picture hands at
45
it.
minutes
The
rapping
picture
in
with
the
Diego
mirror.
takes longer than the actual session.
Yeah, like,
I'm only there for the little bit of
'cause
sweat
I'm
He's
actually
taking selfies with the heavy bag.
with me and Diego. That's all I wanted.
I'm actually training, and then Harrington's trying to actually train. You know
He
what I'm
wants
saying?
it,
He
yeah.
wants it, but we
Yeah.
don't really have time for Harrington, so it's a lot of like, all right, Harrington, another round on the heavy bag. But Harrington's in there and fucking whoa. And Dylan, he'll give a couple jabs to the heavy bag, then he sits down, he's like on his phone.
Yep.
There's very, very little training actually happening when he goes and trains. Harrington has been training like that for, a year or whatever? More.
Yeah, but it's like you're bringing Dylan along to Harrington's like training camp. So it's like, does that feel awkward for you? Like, oh, I'm going to where the guy I'm fighting trains all the time.
I brought
and
up
I'm supposed
multiple
to-
times to Lewis. I was like, hey, so at what point do we split off? At what point do I go and we did the Justin Silver episode and then I never split off.
Can I say, and you'll know this, Tim, because you actually train Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on a pretty serious level. These guys are so bad that it doesn't matter. Like they're not going to learn anything from even they could watch all the tape on each other. They could train with each other. It doesn't actually matter. What they were doing was a glorified sparring match. And they were doing hard sparring in front of a big crowd of people. And it doesn't really, like, they weren't going to be able to get reads on each other. It wasn't like, Dylan, you weren't going to be able to, you didn't have enough time.
Yeah, but Justin Silver the entire time was like, listen, we're going to 1-1-2, just find your spots. 1-1-2, just find your spots. Saw Harrington going with no headgear. The second I got
Dylan
in
thought
there,
he was talking about dropping a beat. He was like, 1-1-2. All right, one.
Turn my gloves up.
No, I realized afterwards I was only going for knockouts. I was like,
You guys both came in at like a 10. At one point, you threw a reverse spin punch like Ryu or
fucking
something.
fire.
You were like, ah.
You think that was
it
awesome?
was a fucking great punch.
You think that was awesome?
Fucking so
It
dope.
was
said,
nowhere near him.
Hadouken.
I went in there literally with the purpose. I was like, at one point, you're going to throw this spinning punch. It's going to look awesome.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Did it look
bro.
awesome, Brian?
Didn't look
No,
awesome.
he
It
wasn't
looked
even
like
in the
Harrington
ring.
was trying to steal your purse.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Also, I was added to the corner. I'm not kidding. I was woken up and I had to like run out of my hotel to get to where Dylan was warming up. Tom
still made it,
Tom
though.
hit. Dude, bro, come on, it's me, dude. You
I
think
will
I'm
say
not
there's
making
about
it?
10 people I texted and did agree to be in my corner that did not show up.
Well, you kept asking. Okay, hold on a second. You kept asking all the Philly guys. You wanted us to be in your corner. You wanted to come out to Meek Mill, this, that, and the other.
This is true.
And I think you got shook when me and Dave Temple told you if you lose this fight, we reserve the right to fuck you up.
And you never showed up.
I mean, Kevin Ryan turned to me
Also,
at one
yeah,
point.
no
He was like, dude, we
walkout
should just beat his ass if he wins. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's kind of gonna happen. Yeah, when I went to walkout, you guys didn't really have much
Yeah,
room.
there was no
though, did you?
walkout music.
No, there's no
I felt like I
walkout
spent
music.
like 2 years only thinking about the walkout music.
Yeah.
Didn't get the one thing I was there for.
Yeah, well.
Six
That's what I
songs.
wanted.
though.
So
Six
talk to us
songs,
a little bit about the fight. Did you feel Harrington's power?
No.
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 How about
The
his
reason I
back
went so
hair?
hard, like dead ass, the reason I went so hard is I felt his first punch. I was like, I could take all of those.
Pull
I
up,
can punch harder
pull up
than that.
on my. I put on Gorilla Man Productions sent me a great little dramatic trailer
Dude, it was so dramatic.
of the Dylan.
Oh, I
and
saw that was
Harrington
good.
fight.
That was
so dramatic.
Pull that up. Show it to the fans that haven't seen this
Like, it didn't
before.
feel
These
even
are the
that dramatic,
highlights of the
though,
Harrington and Dylan fight. You see how seriously these guys took it. You'll see how little punches they actually landed on each other.
Dude, it's like if my grandma was rolling down a hill.
It was
I like,
crazy.
What is this?
The amount of DMs I got that was like, yo, just take one step back, you would have landed so much more. I was punching
guys
over
were
Harrington
flying.
the entire
Harrington was
time.
working the inside. You know, but you're not going to learn how to judge distance by coming and doing 15 minutes of boxing once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, like, that shit takes.
Yeah,
it's a
hard.
lot, dude. People don't realize like how much I've been training. Like I train like a fucking madman, and I'm still very much an amateur. I just started being able to like feint or like really use head movement in an effective way, and I've been training a lot. And that's like, you know, you're still in a place where you don't have.
You're actually good. Like,
No, I'm okay.
No, but I watch you with Justin. Like, Justin will throw out like a 7-number combo. You get it on the first, second try. But you're actually damn decent, though. Like, I
appreciate
watched
that,
you
Dylan.
train, and you know shit. Like, you're knowledgeable, and you can put it together.
Ah, yeah, here
I don't
we
think
go.
either of us can put anything together.
What did your
You looked good against fucking Ellis, dude.
What'd your rope say?
You
against
looked
Ellis.
fucking good.
Thank you, dog. Now you're getting on Team Rattlesnake.
Dylan? What did your rope
Dog, you're on
say?
Team Rattlesnake.
I didn't see. What did your robe say on the back?
Oh, it said nothing to lose, nothing to gain because I didn't make any money from this fight.
Okay.
And I was probably going to lose. I wanted to take all the stickers off afterwards and just say lose.
Jesus.
Harrington wanted no headgear. I agreed with him.
Why? What would it? Can
Yeah,
you
what was
explain
the
that?
deal
what
with
the fuck
that?
was that?
Pause it. Because
Pause.
His
Look at
skull's
that.
one of his greatest assets.
headgear,
It's stronger than headgear.
it's more difficult to fight in headgear than without headgear. It fucks up your line of vision.
But wouldn't you want the extra protection?
Not really.
It doesn't really protect you
doesn't really
from
protect-
what's happening to your head.
Yeah, and it makes it so you can't see the punches coming. You're getting knocked out by the punches you don't see. So I would rather be able to see everything and have my peripheral than.
I felt so much better with that fucking headgear on.
Oh, you like
I
the
think it was a
headgear.
mental thing. I think with me and the head. No, I needed the headgear. It made me
I know
feel
I
better.
can't. Headgear makes me feel like I'm drowning, especially
I felt
MMA.
better.
I've done MMA training with headgear, and I feel like I'm drowning, dude. As soon as it hits the ground, I'm like, so go ahead, play it.
Why wouldn't he shave his back?
Yeah, that is
disgusting.
brutal.
Like, I don't
dude.
understand. You know you're going to take your shirt off. Shave your goddamn back.
Look at Eddie Jackson. Shannon loves it.
I love it so much.
Right, that would have been a nice shot had he left it. Right behind the ear. That would have been nasty.
I think you did have a lot of almost punches.
Yeah.
Just the distance being
There
off.
was some honest work.
Dude, there's one, like, there's one, like, right here, like, that's not how your body should ever look in a fight. Like, your arm should never be in that
There it
position.
is.
God, dude.
Dude.
Look, right.
Tornado time. Tornado
Tornado
time. Here we go, dude.
Look at Natalie trashing you in the booth. Natalie was fucking doing the windmill.
Natalie's DMing me
No, I-
live during the fight. In the first round, I get a DM from Natalie.
Look at
goes, yes, bitch.
There you go.
And
Hit
then
the
I
hair.
lost, and she just texted me,
Hammer
no,
fist
bitch.
to the kidney.
See, Dylan Harrington came out with a good game plan, which was to let Dylan punch himself out.
That's so cute. I look so
Look,
dramatic.
look at
I'm
that.
so
Who's
sad.
that? Who's that hat? Go back. Go back. This is why I was
Oh, wait,
here.
go back. It's my
This
team.
is why I was here. Okay,
Wow.
look at that.
Wow,
You can't read that
wow,
hat.
Tim.
That's
You
my
can't
team.
read that hat, but that hat says dab meat. This is why I answered the call, by the way.
Why, to promote your podcast?
Well, yeah.
This would be
Wow.
good for the meat
No,
boys.
dude.
Dylan, how do you feel about it now that it's all over?
I am happy I did it. It was like it's what you said a year ago. You're like you're mentally challenging yourself. You're gonna push
They
yourself.
say no,
you said you're mentally challenged.
Damn it.
God damn it!
You're retarded.
I think if I actually trained and took it as serious as Harrington
Yeah,
would,
is there a rematch or what?
chances are pretty low. I think my goals for next Skankfest are more in towards of my career. This boxing has nothing to do with my career. I'm more of a stand-up.
Triple merch.
I'm triple the merch, double the bombs. That's my plan for next Skankfest. But,
Show up with a 60-year-old comedian this time.
Like, I'm gonna be this time next year. I'll be selling popcorn. Yeah. See, you were happy you did it though.
yeah, I'm happy I did. I mean, I definitely gassed myself out. 100,000% gassed
I think you
myself
both.
out.
I think Harrington was
But
probably pretty gassed.
I'm honestly happy for Harrington. I went up to him like I think the next night. I was like, yo, I'm genuinely happy.
Did
for
you
you.
really leave his
You
belt
worked
on there?
He did, but I think he got it.
Also, Soda pointed out to me that you beat his ass the last Skankfest. This is his redemption.
Yeah, I beat the shit. But I mean, the last thing was I wasn't even trying. I mean, it was Harrington.
Me either. I didn't want to train. I was like, I wanted to see if I can beat Harrington.
You
with zero
tried.
training.
Don't act like you didn't try in the fight.
In the ring, yes, but I'm saying I didn't want to. I wanted to see if I no training.
That's
beat Harrington.
that's what's fucked up.
But that's the
'Cause if
story
you've
of it
never-
is
if
that-
you've never been punched in the face. That first time is like a pretty fucked up time in your life, and
It
you were
sucks.
you were sucking air.
No, he had sparred a little bit, but
Yeah.
the thing that about you had to get used to it because there were times in training where I would hit you, not even hard. I would just catch you.
I know what you're talking about.
And he'd fucking
I know what you're talking
throw
about.
his gloves off like a hockey player
Yeah.
and sit down and fucking put his hand between his head and be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
In training, like in the middle of training, I'm like, dude, I'm not like going at you. I'm not trying to fucking lay you out right now. I'm talking like I caught him with like a jab and like a nice little body shot, but not like I never went. I with Harrington, there's times where I've been trying to knock him out in
Dude,
training.
No, you go harder with Harrington.
Harrington had some honest training in there. I knew that Harrington. Obviously Harrington is like not a skilled fighter, but I knew he had some training.
Well, that means something. Being used to people, being
Yes.
used to sparring, being used to somebody trying to hit you and avoiding being hit, having your your guard
dude,
up,
and
like,
then doing it in front of like a big screaming crowd that are calling you a Jewish faggot. That was a tough time.
I thought it was your intro song. I
Or they
was like, it's pretty good, dude.
It was pretty cool when they started chanting Jew, though. I like that. That was fun.
yeah, you guys should both be proud of yourselves. It's a fun thing. This is why Shannon said she wanted to do it. I heard Big J saying he was very tempted in the moment. He was like, I could have been pushed into fighting that
No
day.
way.
Dean Stanfield, comedian from Austin, who was
Dean,
down
yeah.
there.
the Fireball Kid, Dean
Dude, he
Stanfield.
rules.
That's my guy.
He
dude.
rules.
We're flying
And-
him up to Philly, dude.
Dude, he fucking came out and killed it in his fight. He fucking just challenged himself. Kim Congdon, Ali Makovsky
fought.
on a fucking whim. They're like, we want to do this. There's something about that environment that makes you sort of like you're just in that moment and adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
And like you're like, dude, I want to challenge myself. It felt like Fight
Yeah.
Club. It really did because the difference between Ellismania, people like sign up and send him videos like months in advance. I said to Ellis initially, I was like, oh, there's gonna be plenty of people that want to do it. He was like, no, get the people before. You don't want to be stuck. Dude, the first day it happened, there's people coming up like, dude, I want to do it. I want to challenge myself. Little girls that have never thrown a punch before, big dudes, everyone in between, people who had experience, people who had no experience. It was a really cool experience. And the love that people show for each other, there was no like tough guy shit where it was like, oh, I'm fucking the toughest motherfucker here. It wasn't good fun. Yeah, you are trying to fucking hit the other people. You're trying to hurt them to a certain degree, but you are just really trying to challenge yourself. And I think if you haven't done that before, dude, fighting isn't inherently a violent, mean, nasty thing. Fighting can be something that's really fun, and it can be a fucking bonding experience between people. And
my favorite thing. How bad
It's
can it be?
awesome, dude. I know. I love to. When we spar together, I love you. I think you're great, Tim. When we spar, yeah, I love punching you in the face. It's a cool, fun thing, and it's an experience that certain people see it, certain people don't see it. But I think that was a great thing to do at Skankfest. And Ellismania, I will have an open invite for Jason Ellis and Ellismania at every Skankfest moving forward because that was one of the coolest things that
love
we
that.
did. It was
it was
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Shannon, did you get the picture I sent you of Dylan's training camp?
Yeah, this one.
So this,
What's
so
that?
so Tom texts me to come help Dylan warm up. This is 5 minutes.
Silver
before the
showing your
fight.
girlfriend his new headshots.
So I walk into the area where Dylan's warming up, and Dylan's just like doing like useless footwork drills.
I don't even know what he's
In
doing.
fans.
He's got both of his
By the
toes
way,
up. He's on his heels.
Also, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah,
Justin was like,
You
"Just
don't
do
say.
this."
So I come down, I'm like, "Do you get your heart rate up yet?" You're just like, "Well, it is beating pretty fast." I'm talking about like warming up physically, and this is
I'm pretty nervous.
this was Dylan's camp
I
getting
will
him.
say the one that Corinne posted was a lot cooler, but yeah, this is pretty much the reality of what happened. Corinne's was like dramatic, Justin like wrapping my hands. That was the reality. It was fucking stupid. We were in a warehouse. There was shit all around. Didn't know where Tom was.
And Justin's fucking showing your
And
girlfriend
Justin's like,
pictures of
"Dude,
dogs.
just pretend like he's
Of all the
funny."
camps
Check
those
out
three should be in.
Check out this CBD. I'm gonna give the Kona.
Yeah, dude.
It was.
So I went over like some jab work with him, and I was like, "Dude, you got long arms. Start jabbing him. Then when he goes to the side to get around it, maybe then crack some power on him." But
Yeah.
I knew it was fucked
There
every
was just
time
no
Justin or
foundation.
Tim would start a drill with me, and like 2 minutes into the drill, they would just go, "All right, you got it."
Well,
Just walk
there's
away.
there's nothing you can learn in that time. The only thing you can
Right.
do is I say you're longer than Harrington and you're stronger than him. So
I didn't know that. Justin told me that before the fight, like literally right before the fight, and
What?
I found out. Well, he goes, "You're stronger than Harrington. I've sparred with him. You're stronger with him than him." And I got hit by him.
you have a stronger 1-2.
Like, so when I got hit by Harrington, I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting more. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, challenge Harrington." when I got hit by him first time in the face, I was like, oh, that's why I went so hard. I was like, I want to knock him out now. I feel like I can punch a lot harder than that.
Man, if only you'd learned a couple of punches beforehand, you might have
If
had
I
a
just would
pretty
have kept
good
my
shot.
distance, if I just would have 1-2 and then stepped the fuck out like everyone begged me to,
Dude, that's all we told you to do.
Would you fight again?
hey, I could be tempted.
It could be tempted.
I
Wow.
could be
You should fight Tom, dude.
Ooh.
No,
That would
Why
be
not?
so funny.
Tom.
That would be
Proud
so
boy Tom.
fucking
He's got
funny.
experience in the fucking streets against
Tom
those
almost got
fucking-
handled at the beer pong tournament. we almost put him through a fucking table.
Yeah, we almost ripped Tom in half at the beer
Yeah,
pong.
dude.
He was being a bit of a heel.
All right, Dylan, get out of my face.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Later,
Everybody,
buddy.
have fun.